Today's 2-minute fairy tale is the oldest father after his daughter fairy tale motif, started it all in the 1500s by Straparola. It's graphic and horrible and has the worst dad of all the stories, but it's awesome too. Sometimes called Doralice, the girl's name, or Tebaldo, the dad's name. It starts how these stories normally do. Tebaldo is a prince, his wife dies, she says, "You can only marry a woman who can fit my ring," and the only person it fits is his daughter Doralice. Like, doesn't even make sense though, like which finger? Doesn't say. Doralice seeks help from her maid, and the maid says, "Just hide in this box and I'll bring you food and your dad will never know where you are." And that works for a while until the dad sells the box to the marketplace and Doralice in the box gets sold to England. The king buys the box, keeps it in his chamber, and in folktale tradition, every night she pops out and goes and tidies up his room because women be cleaning. One day he finally spies, finds out there's this woman living in his chest, hears her whole story, falls in love with her, marries her, they have 2 children. But back in Italy, Tebaldo finds out she's still alive. He dresses as a merchant and apparently has such amazing spindles and distaffs that he convinces Doralice, who does not recognize him, to let him sell her the distaffs in exchange for him sleeping in her children's bedroom. She's innocent and says yes, and during the night he takes a knife from her girdle and murders both of her children. Then in the day, when everyone realizes the children have been murdered, he comes back dressed in a new disguise as an astrologer and says, "I can tell that it's that woman who did it. Check, it's her knife." And you know, it is. So they think she murdered her own kids. For punishment, her husband says she has to be stripped naked, put in a hole up to her chin so that the worms can slowly eat away at her body and have her die that way. Tebaldo goes home like, ha ha ha, and brags to the maid about it. But the maid's like, "I'm not letting this stand." So she sails to England to tell the king the truth. The king then digs up his wife and sends people off to capture Tebaldo. They bring him back, they have him publicly tortured with red-hot pincers, kill him, and then quarter his body and feed his flesh to dogs, which he deserves. Then Doralice and her man live happily the rest of their lives and have more kids, because that's important. As always, check out my fairy tale reimagining book and my podcast. All the links are in the bio.